Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this beautiful day, a day that God has given us. We rejoice and praise Him in it. As we promised you, ladies and gentlemen, on this channel, TJK Shares, we bring you ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things. We've taken you through different continents, to different countries, brought you to Uganda, brought you to United States, and back and forth. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to introduce a friend of mine. We met first time when she was doing something here at Michigan State University in East Lansing, Michigan. We've stayed in touch. I was amazed and inspired by the work she does in South Africa, journey, how she got where she got. You've seen her in some of the shots in some of our Twitters. Today you get to meet Lebo. Lebo, welcome to TJK Shares. Thank you for making time on all different time zones and different continents. We appreciate you coming here and sharing your wisdom, sharing your journey. Thank you for making this time. Welcome to TJK, and please introduce yourself and greet your audience.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Lebohang Dhludhlu from South Africa, and I am a poultry farmer and entrepreneur. Above everything else, I am a bubbly person and I just love life.
Perfect introduction.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur. You're going to teach our audience how to say your last name. So
Yeah.
who have read so
Dhludhlu.
many books and hear about South Africa can learn something, can
Yeah.
transport themselves to your country.
Yeah.
Short introduction. What we try to get into on this channel is to get to know you as a baby. Tell us about your parents, your siblings, where you grew up, what
Mhm.
inspired you growing up to become the woman, entrepreneur, bubbly person you've become. Mother, daughter, auntie, everything, wife.
Yeah. Oh, everything. Okay, I was born 1989, 11 August. So I've just turned 35. I'm the firstborn of Peggy and Israel Midupi. And I've got three siblings. I had three siblings. One unfortunately passed away 2021. So I'm left with two sisters.
Yes.
And I am a wife and a mother to two beautiful kids. I've got a 10-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl. And I started school in Mpumalanga. It's one of the provinces that we have 9 provinces in South Africa. So one of the provinces is Mpumalanga. So I started my grade 1 to grade 12 around the area and then went to Tshwane University of Technology to do my diploma in electrical engineering. And then from there, I progressed to do my BTech in electrical engineering and I did project management. Then I did BSc honors in engineering management of technology. And then I worked for a power utility in South Africa called Eskom. So I was an electrical engineer for 13 years before I retired to become an entrepreneur. I then fast forward when I turned 30, I think I wanted more out of life. And then that's when the entrepreneurial journey started because also I wanted an extra cash in the family. So my salary and my husband's salary was not enough because I love beautiful things and I love expensive things. So, so I had a choice to either downgrade or, sell something. And then that's where it started. So I didn't just start selling because I was, bored. I wanted an extra money to afford my lifestyle. Then that was 2019. Then 2019, yeah, that's when the journey started of a entrepreneurship to this day. So now I've retired from engineering. I retired last year, so employed. Yeah, because now my company employed me as the director, the CEO. Yeah, but over and above everything else, my personally, I love reading. I love listening to motivational talks, and I play tennis. And what do I do? I love jogging once in a while. Yeah, and I love food, and I love traveling. So traveling is my my second nature. So yeah, that's just
Uh,
me in a nutshell.
Traveling, nature, food. Woo! You just gave us a lot of information. I think we're going to make
Yeah.
3 hour, 3 hour conversation.
Yeah.
First of all, let's take just a minute to
Mhm.
remember your sibling who passed away.
Yeah.
May they also rest in peace. It's it's really common for people I talk to find out
Mhm.
new things that I didn't know when we speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm tearing up because I've lost two siblings.
Oh no.
Though they died many years ago, 96 and 94. The mo
Mm.
each time I talk about a loss, and tomorrow I'm hosting an entire episode on
Mhm.
suicide, a mother
Sure.
who lost their son to suicide and mental health. So this
No.
all emotion just combined in one sentence, you lost a sibling.
I yeah,
We
no.
we pray for you, we pray for mom and dad. Losing a child
Yeah.
and
It's not easy.
not easy. So we'll take
Thank
it
you so much.
to do more things, more good things in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so
You
much.
went to school and studied engineering.
Yeah.
And for my young listeners, especially those who are growing in rural areas of parts of Africa who think I can't do it, I haven't met an engineer. Here is your engineer.
Yeah.
There you went on to pursue and work with ESCOM 13 years.
Mhm.
What inspired you to take up engineering?
To be honest, my marks were good, so I'm a bit of an intellect, and not a bit, I'm actually an intellect, no same.
One,
So I was good at maths and science, right? So initially I wanted to become a doctor, but towards my matric years, I realized that actually I don't like the blood and, wounds and stuff. But because my marks were good for my final year when I did my matric, then I had a lot of options to choose from.
mm,
And I was like, okay, I always go for, the male dominated kind of careers. So I'm like, I always want to prove a point that I can actually do this as well. Then I then said, no, let me choose electrical engineering. Then
yeah.
that's how I went towards it. But I was good at it during my high school years.
Mm.
So yeah, it was just that I had a lot of options to choose from and I loved it. And then yeah, I became an engineer.
And yeah, then I want to get to the personal story, and I want to thank your husband who has supported you to leave a full-time job and start a business. We are going to
Yeah.
get into the business, but I want also to recognize your babies, your 10-year-old boy and your
Yeah.
daughter. They will watch this and want them to know
Yeah.
shared here, you love good things, which is a good thing. The entire time
Yeah.
spent here at Michigan State University, I saw you many times
Yeah.
together, well put together and expensive things. She's not lying. And it's okay to love good things
Love
if
things.
you
Yes.
can afford them. Lebo started a business so she can afford her things. She didn't say
Yeah.
she went and borrowed money to get.
No.
I started a business to make more money so I can afford my life of good things. I borrowing people, credit card borrowing to go buy stuff.
Yo,
Yo,
man.
yo,
Yeah.
don't do it. Ask her
Hmm.
how she do it. She did it, and then you can follow up. That
Yeah.
is for our borrowing. Many young people are getting into debt.
Yeah. And it's a
And
prison, hey?
yeah,
The
both want to
prison.
drive the car because they saw
Yo.
maybe pulling up in her Range Rover. They want to buy the same,
Yeah.
not know how long.
Sure.
So that lesson is in and stamped, and we emphasize it all the time. So you
Yes.
left your job and
Mm-hmm.
a business, and you named it
Nkanyezii.
Nkanyezii,
Yes.
which in Uganda language means something else, but Nkanyezii in your language means stars, you told me.
Yes.
Why did
Yes.
you name your company Stars?
You know what? Okay, I started okay, the reason why I named it Star,
Yeah.
it's because I saw a brighter future with the business, right? Because I said, no man, this one, because in my language it means to shine bright or something that shines bright, that brings light. So, when I said I started the business because I wanted to afford my life, 2019, for the first 6 months, that was my reason. But
Yes.
after I realized that my business is changing lives, then the reason behind it changed how I saw my business, because initially it was just for me and my family, but as time progressed I realized that, man, this business is actually assisting more people than I thought. So now I'm actually giving back to the company, and for me it felt like I'm actually giving light, and I'm making light, shining brighter for people and making life easier for them. Yeah, so that's where they actually come from.
Very good. So the burdens of starting companies are
Mhm.
you choose a name, you have to register, you have to get market, and
Yeah.
let's tell our audience what your company does.
Okay, I started my company as a chicken company, poultry farming. Should I give you a bit of a smaller background before I explain
Yes,
what
yes, yes.
small is? So I started it 2019 because how I started, I looked for somebody who was already farming, because I didn't have land and I didn't, have experience in terms of farming. So when I found somebody farming, I bought from them and resold the chickens. So my mom was my first client, then I sold to her. Then from there, her teacher saw the chickens, then it moved from 50 to 100. And then I saw that, no, this business is actually my business. So throughout the years, for the past 4 years, I've been growing the business, selling chickens to our clients, informal market, resellers. So I managed to grow quickly because I had reseller model where people would buy from me and also resell to make profit for their own, because unemployment rate is so high in South Africa. So if you find a way to make, things better for people who are not employed, then go for it. So that's why I started it. And then fast forward 5 years later, I then branched to other things. Now I'm into property, I'm into crop farming, and I'm doing quite a lot of businesses there and there. But it's essentially the main business was poultry farming. I sell chickens. Yeah.
You sold chickens. And Lebo, when I met you at Michigan State, I learned something.
Yeah.
I eat chicken. I grew up around chicken in my village on a small scale.
Yeah.
I worked at Michigan State University in the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is so many farms, but I had never
Hmm.
asked this question. It's
Hmm.
from you that I found out that from when you get chicks,
Yeah.
it takes 4 months.
4 weeks.
Oh, see, I'm still confused. 4 weeks, 1 month,
4 weeks.
1 month, and February. You can't count February because it has fewer days. 1 month from
Yeah.
that 1 day chick to
Yes.
food that is on our table.
Yes.
Is this because they are hybrid chickens? Is it the feeds? Is it what makes the chick grow fast?
It's how they grow actually. It takes them actually 6 weeks if you want bigger chickens, and then 4 weeks for retail. And the normal, if you want running a serious business, 4 weeks, because people don't eat big chickens
Yeah.
from the supermarkets. If you go to your supermarket tomorrow, go to Myers and then check the size of the chickens. It's probably 1.1, 1.2. So those are 4 weeks grown chicken. But
Uh,
if you go to the villages and stuff, they want the big chickens, which takes about 6 weeks. So it takes that number of days. It's just their process, like a baby or being pregnant for 9 months. You can't do anything. Even if they give you food or don't give you food, you'll take 9 months to grow. you know.
exactly.
So it's the same principle. It's just you just need to feed it correctly to get the correct weight.
Yeah, so you do wholesale, you do retail, but you
Yeah.
business faster from
Yes.
50 to now supplying more than 3,800 chickens.
Yeah.
Daily or is that monthly? What do you attribute to your success apart from being smart and being a good?
Mhm. So can you repeat your question? I think you asked two things.
Yeah, what do you attribute to the success? 4 years, many people are still struggling. For you,
Yeah,
due to the crowds, you come and studied and did a fellowship at Michigan State University. You were
yeah,
at
yeah,
Greenstone Credit Union, Peter of Greenstone Credit Union, who was your
yeah,
is the one who
yeah.
said, "We talked Lebo. Can't keep hosting people and not bring Lebo." Like, here we
Thank you
just
so much, Peter, if you're gonna listen to this. Yeah, but mostly it's consistency and excellence. One thing about me, and I think maybe most entrepreneurs, even if you're a farmer or whichever business you're running, consistency, excellency, and also researching and getting more knowledge about what you are selling. Whether it's a chicken or a property or anything, make sure that you invest time in researching more about it. So I managed to grow quicker in the business because I was researching and I was asking the people who have won or who have done it correctly before me to say, how are you guys winning? I didn't just start a business blindly so and continued my ways, but I would find a ways to make it easier and more profitable by asking the people who have already been where I want to be. So consistency, excellence, and always learning and teaching yourself, that's what assisted me to be able to grow so quickly in the business.
perfect. And you're in a business where you have both men entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Um, in the United States, they have worked so hard to try to level the ground between women entrepreneurs and men
Yeah.
entrepreneurs. It's still,
Hmm.
as a businesswoman, do you face any challenges that you think are different from what men face in business?
Yes, we do face, and funny enough, um, it becomes okay. Most of my challenges that I face in the business world, it was caused by other women, It's
Oh,
hard, yeah, it's caused by other women. And I stress this because I want us to change the narrative towards how we treat each other as women, You might find I go to an office and you are there as a woman to assist me. It'll take me 5 visits before one can actually open that door as compared to a male counterpart where they'll just give you what you want at that time. And, if they can't help you, they'll let you know. But if a woman, they'll start looking at you first, and then there's this negative connotation, before you even say anything. So I always had to now, it was always difficult, especially when you get into the business world where women are the decision makers. They take time to, give you a chance to prove yourself that you can do it. So only a few that will warm up to you at first, but a few you need to work really hard, try to be their friends. I don't know what to do, but for them to actually take you serious. But in with men, yeah, it was a bit easier. But also, with men, they also, especially when you're in leadership position, because when we have meetings, especially if it's all the directors in the farming space, you find that for a woman to have your point taken into seriously or into consideration, they don't even give you that unless you are really fighting to be heard, So the same airtime given to women and men is not the same when it comes to let's say in a meeting where there's lots of men and you are standing up with your mic, you want to put your point across. They're a bit skeptical about, trusting what you're saying as a woman. So
mm.
it's a bit of yeah, you get those challenges, but you just have to continue knocking, continue shouting, continue pressing until you get assistance. So yeah, I guess those are the challenges that I faced.
Majority of the people I've hosted on this channel, we are getting to 180 plus
Yeah,
majority. So my listeners, please pay attention to this.
please. If it's women and you are a decision maker, please offer
Make a
other
way,
women. Yeah,
make a
make a
way,
way for other women without feeling intimidated or, just open the door.
open
Yeah,
doors, make a way. We
make a
who are
way.
in the fight against gender-based violence
Sure,
and gender inequality always talk
sure.
more about the patriarchal and how many African countries are behind because of patriarchal.
Yeah.
A very good point. I've actually said to, uh, I said this at United Nations, that
Uh-huh.
for a long time, genital mutilation in our countries
Hmm.
was emphasized by women, older women, told their young
That's
that if you
Hmm.
don't do this, you're not going to find a husband. I
Yeah.
found out that in our country, Uganda, in the rural areas where girls get
Yeah.
when you,
Mm-hmm.
these girls they are more harassed,
Sure.
despised, thrown out by other women. The
Yeah.
grandmother are putting shame on me. So
Exactly.
here is an appeal, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from Lebo, you hear it from me. Women being nice to each other.
Please.
Open
Sure.
ways for each other. Stop
Hmm.
looking at what somebody's wearing and you start judging
Exactly.
them based on their dress. Be nice, open, love each other, and the world.
Hmm. Support each other.
There we go. Thank you for bringing
Yeah.
that. I was not part of the discussion, but where we get an opportunity, we
Yeah.
bring up the points so we can support each other.
Yeah.
It grew. You got to come to Michigan State University.
Yep.
While you are here, your business was still running, and at the presentations towards the end,
Mm-hmm.
you proposed something that struck all of us who passed through those. Tell our
Mm-hmm.
audience what you are embarking on moving forward.
Do you mean the collaboration with them or which
Yes,
one?
yes. The collab-
I've done. Pardon?
the collaboration.
Oh, okay. With okay, when I was there, you see, we always talk about collaboration, to working together, da da da. So whilst I was there, I met up with this beautiful lady who was very talented in the seedlings world, right? And then we decided to say, you know what, you are good with your seedlings, I'm good with the markets, and I've got a bigger audience this side in South Africa. So how about we collaborate and actually do this thing? And we thought we were joking. And from there, we just went and we worked. So now we've got our seedlings. They're growing. So we will be planting. I'm going to fly to Zimbabwe very soon to check how they are because they're growing their side. And we also found a partner in the United States who will be providing us with the seeds. So it's three countries collaborating to make the thing work or the business work. So we were tired of always writing down that hey, we need to collaborate and always thinking like let's do it
Yes.
practical and see where we'll go. So that's what we did, and I'm so grateful for it because even now we are watering each other, we are helping each other with other things. So yeah, we've actually a baby was born in the US.
Baby
Yeah,
was born and tying into what the point we just made. This was woman
mhm,
to woman in the
exactly.
same program. Now
Yes,
working together, combining three countries. The next thing it is going to be global. Since you have
exactly,
seeds coming from United States, it's already a global company. So you are
exactly,
already practicing what you are preaching.
exactly.
Now, a woman is going to sit there, or a young man, woman, and say, how does somebody balance motherhood? Not even balance. Have these buckets of motherhood, wife, businesswoman, sister-in-law, daughter-in-law,
Friend. Yeah.
friend, and then you
Everything.
get to travel, then you get to go shopping, and now here I am in dinner time. Uh, Kids are there. How do you get these buckets to be poured in each
I
pot?
think I think the most important thing, and I want to advise, especially entrepreneurs who are listening, is that have a good support system. You cannot do everything all by yourself. And then also manage your time wisely. It's only today that I allow such talks because it's after hours and my kids are not at home, so they're visiting their grandparents. But when you're at home, I'm at home. When I'm at work, I'm at work. When I'm with friends, I'm with friends. So I'm very intentional about my time and where I am at that point in time. So I don't mix issues. I don't say when I'm at home and then I'm busy with my work. So time management and also have a good support system, have friends, have people that you know that if I need somebody to be with my babies for this couple of hours, you can feel free to go to take your kids there. So you don't live in silo. You need people around you, good people who love you and who like to support you. That's the most important thing. And that's what made my life easier, having a partner who understands and who supports my dreams and who doesn't feel jealous or bombard me with, yeah, you have to be at home, you know. So I get to do what I want because you know that a happy wife is a happy home. So once you have that, then you're
Right.
on the balance. Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
good. That's very to be intentional. And
Yeah.
also when you are with the kids, you are with the kids. When you're with the husband, you are with your husband, and
Yeah.
present. With the birth of all these phones and social media and technology,
Yeah.
so much distractions. I was in New
Exactly.
York last week, and the donor I went out to eat with after Clinton Global Initiative, we sat in a restaurant and there were 8 people, a
Yeah.
family
When
and
you have,
4 children, everyone.
sure, on their phones.
Even when food came, they were going.
Oh my goodness.
The entire dinner, I don't think anyone spoke to each other.
True.
So say it again,
Yeah, being
say it
be
loud,
intentional
be intentional,
about
manage
your
your
time.
time, and when
Mm.
you do this, you will also see the success. Young people who are listening and want to start their own businesses, you've already
Mhm.
a little bit how that can be done. But let's tap into what your future dreams for your company and 5, 10 years from now. What
Sure.
what do you see? The sustainability, climate changes, all these upheavals around the world. Where do we go from here?
5 to 10 years from now, I want to completely be out of my business. Why am I saying so? Right now, I've got ladies that I'm training. They're working for me. So I'm training one to become a CEO, right? Because I want to also have a global business where I get to travel because I like to travel. So right now, I'm trying to build a business that is going to run even when I'm not around so that
Mm.
they can pass the model. You know, that's what I want to say that regardless of how big it is, it should just function. Whether I'm in the country, I'm not in the country, whether, God forbid, I'm being remembered, my kids can continue with the legacy, you know. So I want to say big. I want, most importantly, I want to have systems to know that my business is able to multiply itself without me being involved, but just overseeing it and making sure that I get to grow because I changed it from initially it was Nkanyezii farming, then I changed it to Nkanyezii Group because I realized that I love so other things. Hence, I'm also getting into property now. We're busy building an estate of 6 houses, and it's just rentals. And then now buying land, to build another one, buying land, you know. So it's that part and the crop farming. And I'm also opening a retail shop. I'm busy with it.
Oh,
So end of November, we are opening a retail shop. So we'll be selling fresh produce and chickens from it. So I'm just that person. I like to build new things. I get bored easily. So once I build a business and it's running and I'm making money from it, I give it to someone to run it and I pass by the models and then I move to something very new, you know. So essentially I want to see myself there, you know, and creating a lot of employment, you know. My dream is to see myself employing more than thousands of people working for me because it's an issue. Unemployment rate is an issue in South Africa. So I just want to be part of the solution and just see it grow. Yeah, that's just me.
wow. So you are basically a startup type of woman. You start
Yes.
a business, you grow it, you let it be sustainable, you get something else. Maybe you should consider coming to Uganda, Lebo.
Yeah, please
We
invite
need
me.
more businesses. People,
Yeah.
I run schools. We
Okay.
have women, more than 23,000 women raising close to 100,000 children.
Wow.
And I think we have only one uh, poultry farmer on that
Wow.
scale. My sister, who runs a catering company,
Mm-hmm.
he leaves the area where we live to go into another county to look for chicken.
Can I come and train them and
Yeah,
start a business
you can
aside
train our grandmothers,
and start business?
the goggles of
You
you,
know?
get them
Yeah.
5 chickens each, make a cooperative, and you can teach them
That's
how to
great.
raise them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the fact that you changed from just one company to a group and that you're going
Yes.
to real estate. This, I mean, the sky is the limit.
Yo. Yeah.
This is amazing what you are doing. We will publicize it. We will
Mm-hmm.
put links on this. And those who are in South Africa, I was there recently,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
their schools, their partnerships. I've told my classmate Google about you a lot. She promotes women, business women at high
Yeah.
investments and mentors young people. My
Yeah.
cousin, the professor at uh,
Mm-hmm.
Pretoria University, I went and saw her. All these I'm saying because we want all of you to get together. And thank you
Yeah.
taking the challenges you faced and put them into the positives, employing more,
Yeah.
opening
Yeah.
doors for young people to get into farming and
Mm.
to businesses. We are going to make it short and sweet so you can go back to see your husband since the kids are not home.
Thank you. Yeah.
Uh, we thank you for making time. What advice would you like to leave? And what else would you like to say to the people who are listening today that we didn't talk about?
What I would like to tell people who are listening is that if you want to aspire to start a business, start with what you have, where you are, and grow from there. Nothing is impossible, and always remember that nobody owes you anything. And somebody once said to me that everything stops when you stop. So you cannot go and knock on one door and they say no, and then you stop. So if that door is not opening, go to another one. If that one is not opening, go to the next one. So don't stop until you get what you want. So once you stop, everything stops. So it's all up to you, and you owe it to yourself to live your full potential. You owe it to yourself to go after that. You know that one thing that makes you not to sleep at night. When you wake up, you're always thinking about it. That is your business. That is your God-given business. So go for it and don't fear nothing. Just go for it. Yeah.
You got it. You got it. You got it from the
Yeah.
horse's mouth, like they say. You've heard it. You've listened to it. How do people find you?
Um, Facebook, Lebohang Dhludhlu. Instagram, Lebo Mrs. D. TikTok, if you've got Lebohang Dhludhlu as well. Email address, lebodludlu@gmail.com. And website www.nkanyeziifarming.co.za. And what else? Yeah, those are my link. Yeah.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, you can also look on LinkedIn. Also,
LinkedIn as
the
well.
handle. We will have those in the comments, and Lebo will also go and add on more information once we get this running.
Yeah.
Every visitor who come here, every
Hmm.
person we've talked to, we ask them one common question. And eventually, with everyone's permission, I'm going to put it in a booklet.
Oh, nice.
What advice would you give yourself at 18 years of age? Knowing what you know now, and you are 18, what would you have advised yourself?
Go for it.
Go for it. Go
Yeah. Go for it. You've got nothing to lose.
exactly.
If you fail, you've learned. If you win, it's a jackpot. Just go for it.
Go for it, just like
Yeah.
Nike commercial.
Like, just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
According to Lebo, go for it. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. We thank you for making
Thank
time.
you so
Thank
much.
you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Come back to
Mhm.
Michigan State soon. Uh,
Yes, I
let us
will.
know how we can help. If the seeds are not moving into the pots, use the network you created here.
Yeah.
All of us
Yeah.
make sure you succeed. I know John wants part of your business in Kenya.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, Jerome, and I want it in Uganda. The
Please, guys.
whole tribe is cheering for you and supporting you. Ladies
Thank you
and
so much.
gentlemen, we will let Lebo give you a last word. Keep subscribing, keep sharing, and when your son Lebo turns 18, we'll make sure we remind him of Mama's advice. Go
Please, for it.
with the last word, and we will close.
Last word would be thank you so much for having me, and let's keep on preaching the gospel of entrepreneurship because that's what we need. We need more entrepreneurs. We need people to join in, and yeah, make it fun, make it lovely. And agriculture is not for the uneducated. It's not for the old people. we are here and we are doing it. Thank
Yes.
you.
As we always say, the best is yet to come.
Thank you so much.